Do you feel like you in a time loop, a 9 to 5 time loop, that everything's rotating around? You're not getting nowhere. Do you feel like that? Type into the comment section. I'm tired of my 9 to 5. I'm ready to change my life financially. Well, I felt like that, and it took me 24 years to realize that I was in a matrix. I was in a time loop. I was in a generational curse. And I'm get straight to the point. So watch this whole video. It's going to help you out. I had to put my mindset above my financial mindset. I had to change my ways. I had to live below my means. And that's how I had to get out of those 2 9 to 5 jobs. One, I worked 12 years. The other one, I worked 12 years. And this is how I felt, guys. I felt like when you go from one job and you go to the next one, just the next step up in your personal or your financial gain, it's the same thing. Do you feel me? Type it in the comment section. I went to a job for 12 years. I left at a job making only $13 an hour after 12 years. I said, this gotta give. So I took a career job, which is, I don't know if a CDL is a career job now. I guess it's like a regular job now. But at that time, a long time ago, it was a career move. And I took that. And when I took that, from that $12, $13, it added an extra $10 to my portfolio at a 9 to 5, right? But when I did it, it was still the same crybabies. It was still the same haters. It was still the same coworkers that's out to get you fired. It was the same thing. It was just at a higher level. And then another thing, after I got more money, I started living above. I started taking that next step in my financial situation, which was a really not smart move. More money is more problems. That's true if you don't know how to do risk management. I had to do risk management. I had to learn it. How did I get out of my 9 to 5? I had to think like I was a millionaire. I had to read. I had to create an educational craft. I'm going to repeat that. I had to create an educational craft to leave my 9 to 5. I had to use more money moves, more smart money moves, more wise decision in my finances. How you do that? I had to live below my means. I had to stop going out buying stupid crap, eating stupid stuff that's going to hurt my body. That's one step. I had to give it to God. I had to start planting seeds into people, start investing into people. What do you mean by that? My last $20, even though I knew I got paid Friday and I had $30 on me, I give that to somebody. I say, here, God put this on my heart to give this to you. People, a random person. I had to invest in the people to grow that seed. I had to invest in myself. I had to give myself money. Do you pay yourself? Type it in the comment section. Do you pay yourself first, or you pay your bills? You pay these businesses first. I had to stop that. I had to put myself first. Even though it was $10, I took it out and said, here, I'm put $10 back for myself because I deserve it. You know your worth, guys. Your worth is way more valuable than the money that you're making at a 9 to 5 right now. I'm going to tell you, you was born to prosper. And so after I did all those steps, I started reading more into podcasts, listening to more podcasts. After I started listening to more podcasts, like financial podcasts, people that had money, millionaires, I had to figure out how they got there. I had to. I was so anxious because I was so tired, sick and tired of living the lifestyle that I'm living. Hold on, this dude look like he messing with a pew-pew. What is he doing? But anyway, people are crazy nowadays. Playing with a pew-pew. It's crazy. But anyway, like I said, so I had to reevaluate myself. I had to tell myself I was the problem. I had to. I started listening to my podcast. I had to get out of my shyness. So I went to people that was millionaires, that had a guy pulled up in a Lamborghini. I said, hey, man, you gonna mind if I talk to you? Yeah, what's up? They love to tell you their situation. They love to tell you how they became from broke, busted, and disgusted to millionaires. He told me, and my uncle told me the same thing. I should have listened to my uncle. I should have listened to him 24 years ago. My uncle was right. I'm telling you this. He said, man, come here, little nephew. Let me talk to you. I was like, yeah, uncle. He said, what are you doing with your money now? I said, spending it, buying stuff. I want the latest this. He said, no. He said, put your money in a bank. I was like, in a bank? My money is already in a bank. What are you talking about? He said, no. This is a certain bank I want you to put your money in. And at that time, you know, these online banks that pay these high yield dividends, they didn't exist, but they had these American banks that had dividends that existed. He said, I got my money in this bank, and you know what they do? They pay me for keeping my money in that bank. I get 3%, at that time it was like 3%, which was pretty amazing at that time. 3.4%. Yeah, I remember that. Some banks offer 3.4%, right? So he said, I put my money in this bank because it's paying my money is making this money by sitting in that bank. I was like, okay. Well, I ain't got time to save up money. I thought that he was talking about saving for years and years at a time. I ain't got time to do that at that time. But he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about compound interest. I didn't realize compound interest. I didn't learn compound interest until after my second 12-year job. And I said, wow, I should have listened. But now it's not too late because I am listening. And my portfolio is growing. I don't need to put my money in banks, dude. I don't. My portfolio is growing. I'm keeping my money, and I got my money in a high yield savings account that's creating compound interest. I got my money in three brokerage accounts. I got my money in 3 brokerage accounts. By me sitting in one of those brokerage accounts is not rotating my money out, it's growing interest, dude. I'm making money just by letting it sit in there. I got another one. I got another broker that I'm digging into really hard, and I'm growing my account. Every day I'm growing my account. I'm using other people's money to grow my portfolio. What do you mean by that? Well, number 1, margin. Number 2, high yield cash return. Number 3, the stock market. Man, I put my money in the stock, right? It's called TQQQ. It's very, very high risk. I put my money in that TQQQ for a week. For 5 days. Literally, 5 days. Because somebody told me about it. And I noticed that it was declining. But I looked at my profits. My profit was $150. I'm like, okay, I took out. I'm risking and repeating. Once that stock market go down again in that high risk account, I'm putting it back in. But I'm monitoring it. I'm watching it like a hawk. That's one of the many strategies that I'm using to create a portfolio, to create wealth. What are your other strategies? Click the link in the description. Join my free community. I will tell you all my strategies. I will love to tell you. Love to. And if you're tired of a 9-to-5, brother, sister, whoever you are, all my subscribers that's watching this video, you can still keep your 9-to-5. Just investing your money. Create a plan B. I said this in so many videos. I'm going to keep saying it because I love you. Create a plan B. What's a plan B? Go online or click the link in the description. Sign up with those links that I have in there. Sophie Bank. High yield. You could just throw 1,000 in there, close your eyes, don't worry about it for years after years, and you could throw some money in there and don't touch it for 2 years. Close your eyes, look at your account, look at that money. You're gonna have over 8% in there. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna change your financial life. What else? What's step two? Open you a brokerage account. What's a brokerage account? A brokerage account is like Robinhood, Fidelity, E-Trade, Webull, Public.com, and the list goes on. But my favorites is Webull, Robinhood, and then I am actually getting ready to get into Fidelity. The reason why, you could do cover calls in Fidelity and it can control it for you. It can literally show you, I'm just giving you some gems. I don't want to spill too many beans because I don't want to overload you to where you won't be like, I don't know what to do. That's the first step to do. Change your banking system. I have 2 banks, right? We have a bank for our bills, which is a regular bank up the street, Joe Blow. Then we have another account to have for our fun money. Like if we want to go on vacations or do something fun, we have that account. I had to, because I was tired of living in the broke, busted, disgusted loop. After we did that, after I also opened up me a high yield savings account, after I started building my brokerage account, after I started a business, a home service business, my 9 to 5, I was like, I'm out. You got to, guys. Because I'm sharing the opportunity with you is because that there is. These gurus out here that's driving these Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Maseratis on YouTube, some of them are telling the truth. And I'm seeing the stream of income that they are telling the truth. Now, you got some of them that's flexing, that's lying just to get views. But I'm not worrying about views. I'm worrying about our financial health in this space. And brothers and sisters, please, if you don't listen to nothing in this video or got everything, at least click those links in the bio, in the description, and learn. Educate yourself. And you will thank me. I love you guys. God bless.